What's the most time you did before?
Most time I did was almost 2 years, and that was straight.
Damn, you did almost 2 years.
Yep, almost 2 years. I mean, that's not a whole lot of time, but that was the longest stretch I ever did. Like, I did a bunch of other, like, 10 month,
Yeah,
9 month,
yeah,
a whole slew of that. But I
yeah,
mean, actually going to prison, that was basically my one time going.
yeah. What was that for?
That was for just selling pills,
Yeah,
doing the whole drug thing,
yeah.
thinking I was slick and I could get away with
Thinking you could get away with it,
it.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah. How
yeah.
old was you at that time?
I was like 25 or 26.
25, 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Like 23, 20, those early 20 days is the days I fucked up too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah, it happens. It happens to the best of us.
So you said you went to prison though for 2 years?
Yeah.
What was that like?
I mean, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be, to be completely honest. I
Right,
mean, for going to prison for my first time, I thought it was just like, I thought it was going to be fucking horrible.
right,
I mean, it's not fun. It's not good, but it wasn't horrible.
right. Um, Brick, for somebody that ain't never been to prison, like, was that in Maine?
Yeah, that was the main.
Describe like what that was like. Your first day going in like prison. You never was that your first time going to prison
Yeah.
for that 2 years?
Yep.
Okay, so you went in for your first 2 years, and that was your first time. So for somebody that never been in prison in Maine or going in for the first time, like what was that like the experience like for you?
So, I mean, I did a bunch of county time, so I was used to jail.
Okay,
I mean, like being stuck in small confined space, can't get out and do anything. You're
right,
stuck in the pod.
right,
So going into the prison and coming up over the hill, I started out in Wyndham, which isn't really considered the prison. I mean, I guess it's that low of a prison where it's really not that. It's more of like a souped up county.
right.
Being in there, going through the pods, cycling in, I got into a lot of fights.
Yeah,
I kept getting a thing called a TOH, which is test of heart. I mean, not everybody experiences it. I don't know. I
right.
got singled out, so
Yeah,
I had to literally fight for like the first 4 weeks of being in the dorms.
yeah.
I started out behind the wall. That's where it started, and it continued into the dorms. After a while, it kind of just stopped.
It's mostly like Maine is like one of them states like it's mostly white people. Would you say that?
No, not. I mean, maybe years ago it was more like that, but ever since we started getting more influx of people,
Okay.
um, I mean, it's mixed up pretty
The
decently.
jail, the jail, the prison system is that mixed
Jail
up
and the
too?
prison system.
It's like everybody
It's
in that bitch.
Oh yeah, everybody's thrown in with everyone. Wyndham, everybody's thrown in with everybody. I mean, you got your different sections of the yard and everything.
Right.
So I ended up going to MSP for pretty much half of the bid that I had to do.
Explain MSP.
So MSP is Main State Prison.
Okay.
So it's definitely a lot different than Wyndham,
Okay.
especially how everything is ran. I mean, like everything's ran similar, but I mean, like the guards have a different type of control over the whole entire prison.
Right.
That's more of like it's a little bit more dangerous.
So you caught a couple fades locked up.
Oh yeah.
Like what? You bring me into one story like where you caught a fade. What it do? You had to fade with somebody.
So I ended up getting jumped by like four people. And that's because every time it was a one-on-one fight, I would fight back.
Right.
I wouldn't just let people fuck with me and not do nothing about it.
Right.
Going into it, I had the mindset like I can't I can't be a bitch. I can't let people just fucking push me around.
Right.
Like I went in not I didn't want no problems
Right.
and shit. I wanted to just fucking skate through. I had my first daughter was actually about to be born. I ended
Right.
up missing my daughter's birth, so I was trying to just fucking skate through, like low key, do my time and get the fuck out so I could be with my family.
Right.
It just didn't happen that way. It never happens the way you want it to. So I got fucked with pretty much. I don't know. They just wanted to see what I was about. Once they realized that I was gonna fight back and I wasn't gonna fucking just let them take my shit or fucking do whatever they wanted to do. I wasn't having it. I wasn't on that time.
So somebody was trying to take something of yours?
I mean, everybody is always trying to fucking get one over on you in there. Unless you're
Yeah.
tied in, unless you know the people, like, in your hometown, if
Right.
you kicked it with them. And even then, fucking people are just so fucking snaky.
So what happened? Like, so tell me, like what happened? Like, bring me into like what happened when you got into it with dude just real. You know what I'm saying?
Just basically not fucking liking the way I looked, I guess. I don't know. They thought that I was just fucking. I ran with certain people, and I guess they had problems with someone that I was fucking kicking it with. It spilled over onto me. You know, like I kick it with the dude every day.
Yeah.
I would expect him to have my back. You
Yeah.
know, so I just kind of got caught up in his shit, I guess.
Yeah.
And it just spilled over onto me. So like the attention was on him, and because I kicked it with him and I fucking spoke up for him, that put me in his beef. Like I was locked in on it. Like now I got these dudes fucking wanting to get at me because I fucking backed him up.
Right.
And it's just like that. If you kick it with somebody like that, I mean, if you don't fucking have their back, then why are you kicking it with that person like that?
Okay.
Especially in a place like that. It's always hostile. It's a hostile environment.